Welcome back guys. This is the part 2 of modern to-do list, and in this tutorial I will cover next month and previous month on the click of respective buttons or icons. For an example, if I click on this right hand side icon, then it should show next month, and if I click on this left hand side icon, then it should show previous month, which is January, December 2023, so on so forth. I've already covered part one of this series, and if you haven't watched that, I'll recommend you to watch that first. And if you are not planning to watch that also, I will, drop the code of that tutorial or that part in my description. So without further ado, let's get started. I'll close this. This is the project which I am about to cover in part two, but I'll close this. I'll go to my file and I'll go to YouTube. This is the JavaScript and modern to-do list, and I will open with code, Visual Studio Code, and there are some changes which has to be done, and let's check what all those changes are. Firstly, I'll just run my application. So if you can see this, there are some font, the font is different compared to the font which we have saw in our app. So what we can do is we have to change our font also. So this was the previous code. Let's close this also. We'll go here and we have to go to our style sheet, and the one mistake which I did is, if you can see sans serif, we don't have to add double quotes for this. Let's remove and let's save it. If we can see now, it is looking better. The font is looking better, but there are some another issues as well. If you'll see, the Sunday is aligned better, but as we go till Saturday, the 5th, 11th, 17th is shifted towards left. So what we have to do, we have to do some changes for that as well. And for that, we have to go to our weekdays.th, yeah, here, and here we have to add, it was 939.5, then we will add 9.2. Same we have to do for days.th as well. So days.th, this we will do 35.2 maybe. Let's see. Yeah, save it. Now if you'll see, this looks good. So guys, I wanted to inform you that this app is not responsive. What we will do now is we have to work on this next and previous. In part one, we just covered this much. We haven't covered this next previous button, click event. So in this video, we will be doing that. So what we have to do is we have to go to our JS file and we will quickly add two functions here. Here we can add function show next month. This will be date dot set month, date dot get month, whatever it is, plus 1. Why? Because we will be adding one more month when we click on that specific icon. After this, we will be calling this create calendar. So just copy this and paste it here. Okay, save it. Now we have to create same function. So what we can do is just copy it, this function, and just paste it here and give it as a previous, maybe show previous month. Okay, and this will be minus because when you click on you know this icon, it should be showing previous month from the current month. So it is like that, and we have done it. Save it. After this, we have done this as well. We have called on page load. Now what we have to do is document dot get element by ID previous month. So we can get it from here. This ID we have to use of icon. So just copy it and paste it here. Dot add event listener on click event it is, and we will be calling show previous month function. After this, another function we have to call. So just copy it, paste it here, and we have to get this for our next icon. So this one, and this will be show next month. So save it, and what we have to do now is we're done with this. Now we have to create another function, but this function will come outside our DOM event listener. This will be our function handle clicked data event. This will be where target dot event dot target. So what is the reason of creating this function? It is because when you click on your calendar body ID or any specific days in that specific cell of TRTD, then you should show that date. It should show that clicked or selected date. That is the reason we are creating this function. After this, what you have to do is, firstly you should add the event listener here. So document dot get element by ID, which we have already added here. So here it is, body dot add event listener, and on a click should handle click data. Here if you go and if you see console dot log, it's in target, save it, and let's go to our file, go to our console. There is some issue, show next month is not defined. Okay, so next month, it is next month and we have added month, so remove this and let's save it. Let's go there. One we have added somewhere console, so remove that as well. Console log somewhere else. Okay, so I'll remove it from here as well, save it. And now if I click on something, then I'm getting the selected date, only date, like 23. Like this, I'm getting the date only. So now what we have to do is we have to get that month and the year of current date, selected date. So now what we have to do is we have to close this and again just remove this console log and where get previous classes is equal to document dot get element by class name, and this will be your selected hyphen date. So this we have added because it is already appended data which is here. the selected date which you have appended using JavaScript. If you see, the selected date is here, and other than 24th of Jan, which is my current date, other than that everything is just active calendar, not a selected date. Okay, now if you go to your JS file, and I'll close this, and after this it will be for loop where previous classes index is equal to 0, previous classes index smaller than get previous classes dot length. Okay, and be previous classes index plus plus, inside this it will be get previous classes index dot class list dot remove selected date. Okay, save it. See, if you'll see this, now when I clicked on this, the selected date which was on 24th has been gone. But if I comment this out, and if I see, if I click on anything else, it is not going and it is there. Okay, so we have added to remove the class when some another date has been selected. So it will remove the class from 24th, and it is not showing right now, but we will write code for that as well. Currently it is just removing the class, and now there will be a var selected day is equal to target dot inner text greater 10 should be greater than that, and if that is, then it will add 0 plus target dot inner text else target dot just inner text, and save it. And now we will console log this, and sorry, and we will see if we are getting the selected date here, just a date. Okay, nothing else. Why we have written this thing, this target inner text and everything, it is checking if the selected date is smaller than 10, then it will add 0 before our before selected date. For an example, if I select 2, then it will add as a 02. If I select 3, then it will be 03. It is like that, a proper date format. So we go here and just inspect this, refresh this, and if I click on 23, so it is showing 23. But if I click on 2, it will be 02909, but 10 it will be just 10. Now we are done with this. I'll just remove console log, and same way we will do for selected month. Okay, this will be date dot get month, because your month starts from 0 index, then it will be that whatever index plus 1, and it will check if it is smaller than 10, then it will again add 0 before that, and it will append with your date dot get month plus 1, else it will be just date dot get month plus 1. Uh, as I can see, we are getting some errors here. It is because we have to add question mark and not plus sign. Now if I'll console log this, console.log, I'll be getting the number of month, which number it is. For Feb it will be 2, for Jan it will be 1, like that. So console log for Jan it is 1. If I go here, click on it, I'll be getting 02. For March I will be getting 03. For April I'll be getting 04, and if I go to December I'll be getting 12. Same way for November I'll be getting 11. So it is working fine. Now if you go to your code, and we have to add, if this will be the last one, target dot tag name is equal to td, and target dot class list dot this contains active calendar, and in which ways it will contain active calendar. So we'll take it from here just to avoid spelling mistake, which we have done in our next month. We have wrote next month, so it is better to copy paste it. Yeah, curly bracket, and we will add alert here, alert. And what we will do is we will show the proper format of our date. We'll add this, the selected month, and the last one will be date dot full year, get full year. Yeah, here it is. Let's save it. Let's see if we are getting the date. It is 8th Jan 2024 and 17th. Yeah, but when I click on it, this date should get highlighted, and it should remove the highlight from the current date, and it should show it here. So that we have to do, go to your script. No, after this, target dot class list dot add, here we can add the selected hyphen date. I hope I am not making any spelling mistake here. Save it. If I click on 17, the 17 is getting highlighted. Same way for 15, the 15 is getting highlighted. But what if I click on 31st? Then it should show that the chosen date is not valid. And same way, if I click on 1, 2, 3, it should show that chosen date is not valid. For that, you have to go to that specific month, and from there you can select 1, 2, 3, or any which days you want. And for that, we have to write the else if condition. Else if target dot tag name, again it will be equal to td, and if it is not, target dot class list dot contains active calendar hyphen, take it from here. Why we have written if it is not active calendar? Because if you go, when we were appending our, you know, data, I guess we haven't. So it is, we have added next date and we have added previous date. So what I'll do is, to show that, I'll just comment this out for now. Just save it. Now, if you go and if you inspect and if you hover on it, it is previous date. Okay, this is previous date. And if you go here and if you hover on it, it is next date because it is not an active calendar date. So that we have already done it in our part one. That's why I'm saying if you haven't watched part one, go watch that. It will give you, some idea what all thing has been done. So I'll just remove the comment and here we'll add curly bracket and we'll add alert, not an active date. Kindly go into specific month to to select date, and that is it. Let's save it. And if you go now, if you go here, it is showing. Yeah, if you click on it, not an active date, kindly go into specific month to select date. If I go to December and if I click on this 31, then it is showing. But when I click on one, it will show not an active date. Kindly go into specific month to select date. Okay, it is working fine, and that is it. With the part 2, we wanted to cover this much only, next and previous month, on the click of next and previous icon. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really did, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be coming with part 3 of this video series or project series. Thank you. Bye.